Good morning. Um, I thought a lot this week about doing this post because one of the comments I get a lot is, I don't know how you're staying so positive, or love your attitude. And there's a lot that goes into that because, well, I post on Facebook the updates. What it doesn't show is the other stuff. Good morning, love. The last, well, as everyone knows, has been tough. And there's been a lot of really scary moments. There were a few times where I genuinely was afraid I was going to die. And how do you deal with that is what people ask or wonder. And, you know, in all of this, I've had choices. And the choices are either give up or keep pushing through. And pushing through is really the only option because I have to stay alive for my family. But even not being that serious is, I would rather find the good in all of this because I can't tell you how many times in life in the past I would look at this as God being angry with me, or, for some reason I did this to deserve this. And instead what I see now is an opportunity to find joy no matter what. And for some of this, it's not that I stay happy no matter what, but it's allowing the space for me to feel what comes up and then choose what I want to feel next. So, as some of you know, last Monday I had another mini stroke, and it got very scary really fast for me and my husband. Because we know if I went to the hospital, everybody would tell me I'm fine because they wouldn't be seeing blood clots. I wouldn't be showing all the things that they expect to see. And so as things got bad and scary really fast and I eventually lost my speech and things, I cried. And I laid in bed with my sweet husband beside me and I cried and I cried. And then I decided it was going to be okay, because it was. It was going to be okay no matter what. And so with my sweet husband by my side, I chose to breathe into that as scary as it was that my body was not working, that it was showing, I was losing, I couldn't even talk for my husband to understand me anymore. And I had to decide, where was I going to put my faith? In the fear of the worst, or the faith in the very best, that I would be okay on the other side? And that's how I went to sleep Monday night, was with the faith that I would be okay. And it did. It was scary and hard, and I didn't get my speech back or anything until about Tuesday night. But in all of this, I've always had the decision, I get to choose. Do I choose love or fear? And love feels so much better. And with that too, we've learned to laugh. And sometimes my words come out terrible and I say things wrong, and sometimes I fall and I have to pull myself back together again. And we found that laughter feels so much better than being angry. And, with my children, kids are amazing, and my kids have helped me so much, because in the beginning, when my speech started getting bad, I was really mispronouncing a lot of words. And my kids asked me something, and I said, I'll think about it, because I was still struggling to make the sounds. And my kids giggled and laughed for an hour afterwards and kept saying, I'll think about it. I'll think about it, as they walked through the house, making fun of what I had said or how I had misspoke. And the other day my son called me and we were getting done on the phone, and he says, hey Mom, remember when you said, I'll think about it? And I said, yeah, buddy. And he says, that was so funny. I love you, bye. So in all of this, I can choose to be angry, or I can choose to find the good and the humor and the blessings in it all. The other thing is that I've learned to have to graciously accept the help of others. Before all of this, if you offered to bring me dinner, I would say no. If you offered to give me a ride, I would say no. If you offered to help me, I would have been too stubborn to accept. And I'm learning the blessing that comes from me, but also in others, in accepting their help. At the very worst, I could do nothing. I couldn't pick up my home, or fold my laundry, or make dinner, or stand around and talk. I couldn't do so many things, and I could choose to berate myself harsh for such things. And instead, I chose to accept the help offered by everybody around me. And that's friends and family. People that I never expected have stepped in to offer to help. And the greatest blessing has been learning to say yes. And realizing we don't have to do life alone. We don't have to do it hard. We don't have to struggle, because as much as for me, for everybody, there's so many people who love you and want to help you. And the greatest blessing comes in realizing you don't have to do it alone. It's learning to accept that we are living this life together. And it makes a difference when we recognize that we can love and support others and accept each other's help. And at the end of the day, having and accepting other people's help makes me capable of being a better person. And that was a really hard one with accepting dinners, because I could do the dinners and make my family dinners, but then I would have to be laying down and miss out on that time with my family. And instead I accepted dinners because I knew that if I did that, then I would have more time with my children. But it goes beyond just that how many times in our life do we say no because we're convinced we have to do it by ourselves, or that by accepting the help we're considering that we're weak. And it doesn't matter if we consider ourselves weak, because working together makes ourselves strong. I'm grateful for all of this, because as much as it's hard and still scary, and we still don't have any concrete answers, I am a different person because of it all, and I have been blessed abundantly. Life is good. Even on the really hardest days, I have an amazing husband and 2 beautiful children and an army of family and friends who love me, and life could not be any better than that. And so that's how I do it. I choose to laugh. I take the moments where I have to cry, because those are healthy too. And then we pick ourselves up again and we continue on and have the faith if we choose love. In all of this, I do not get lost in the fear. I don't get lost in the worst. You have to choose what do you want to see, and that's what you plan for. You know, some ask me, aren't you afraid of an actual stroke? And the reality is that's a possibility. But I'm not going to live there. I'm not going to invest my energy in the outcome of that. I invest the energy that every day we're one step closer to finding answers. We're one step closer to finding solutions. And that's where I invest my love and my faith. So others have asked, and I'll just cover real quickly what is the plan. And that's Tuesday, I see a specialist in Idaho Falls who deals in the upper cervical spine and the adjustment of the axis and the atlas, which is your C1 and C2 on your neck. And they're hoping to see if my axis has been knocked off, and if it's off, being able to bring it back and relieve the pressure on my vertebral artery and my vagus nerve. So that's where we are. I greatly appreciate everyone's love, continued prayers, because I know I have been prayed for in dozens of faith in multiple languages by so many people. And your prayers carry me and my family, because they've been hard weeks. But your love and your prayers, while not tangible as far as being able to touch, they carry and make a difference. And for everyone in your world who is struggling, your prayers make a difference. Whatever faith or religion you believe or practice, all prayers matter. And I am so grateful for all of my friends and family and for everyone who's loved me so. I appreciate you all, and hopefully Tuesday brings answers, and if not, we continue on anyways, because I know the best is still yet to come. So I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll talk with you later. See you.